What if you're not struggling to find your purpose because God hasn't given you one? What if you're struggling because you're waiting for your entire future to be revealed before you are willing to take the next step? Think about it. A lot of us are constantly asking God, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? What career am I supposed to be pursuing? Where am I supposed to be going? What is my calling? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting direction. But what if we're asking the wrong question? What if instead of constantly asking God to show us the entire plan, we start asking Him, what do you want me to be faithful with today? Because sometimes God doesn't reveal the entire path. Sometimes He just reveals the next step. And if you have to trust, we have to trust Him enough to take. I think one of the biggest reasons people struggle with purpose is because we turned purpose into one big giant answer. We think one day we're gonna wake up and everything is gonna make sense. We're gonna know exactly what career we're supposed to have, where we're going to, we're gonna know exactly where we're supposed to live. We're gonna know who we're supposed to marry. We're going to know what business we're supposed to start or build. We're going to know exactly what God wants for us to do for the next 20 years. And because we don't have all the answers right now, we assume we're lost. But that's not necessarily true. You can have purpose without having the entire plan. Your purpose isn't simply your job. Your purpose isn't simply your career. Your purpose isn't simply the amount of money you make or the things you accomplish. You can, and your purpose definitely isn't something that only begins once you figure everything out. You can walk in purpose while you're still figuring things out. The problem is that we're so focused on finding the next chapter that we completely miss the chapter we're currently living in. You're worried about where you're going while ignoring where you are. And sometimes the question isn't what's my purpose? Sometimes the question is, am I being faithful with what I already have in front of me? Number one, purpose isn't always revealed all at one time. Look at Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Notice what the verse says. It doesn't say understand everything first. It says, and if you're watching this video because you're searching for purpose, I want you to know you're not alone. And a lot of us are trying to figure out what God wants for us in our lives. We're trying to grow in our faith. We're trying to become more disciplined, and we're trying to become people God created us to be. And that's what this channel is about. It's about the journey. It's about faith. It's about life. It's about becoming better. And it's about learning to trust God even when we don't have the answers. So if that's where you are right now, subscribe to this channel and comment below, I will be faithful today. Not tomorrow, not 5 years from now, but today. So what's I actually do? So if you're watching this video and you're thinking, okay, but what am I actually supposed to do? I want to give you 3 things. Number 1, pray for direction. But change the prayer. Don't say, God, show me my purpose. Start praying, God, show me what you want me to do today. God, give me wisdom. God, give me discernment. God, give me courage. Show me the opportunities I need to recognize. Help me become faithful with what you already give me. Because sometimes we're asking God to reveal our future when He's simply asking us to trust Him today. Because number 2, pay attention to what is already in front of you. Look around. What responsibilities has God given you? What opportunities are available for you? What skill has He given you? And what problems do you care about solving? And who can you serve? What have you been repeatedly feeling led to pursue? And what doors are actually opening? Pay attention. But also use wisdom. Not every opportunity is from God. Not every feeling is God's voice. And not every door you want to walk through is a door you should be walking through. That's why you need prayer. That's why you need wisdom. But don't ignore what's right in front of you while you're waiting for some dramatic sign from heaven. Number 3, take action. At some point, you have to move. You can't just sit there. You gotta move. You can pray, you can journal, you can search, you can watch videos, you can listen to podcasts, you can ask everybody for advice, but eventually you gotta take those steps. You gotta choose one thing, one skill, one responsibility, one opportunity, and one habit, and one conversation, and take action. You gotta move. You gotta put one foot in front of the other, because sometimes clarity doesn't come before movement. Sometimes clarity comes through movement. Sometimes you gotta take that step. You gotta start learning. You gotta grow. You gotta recognize opportunity. Then you gotta take another step. Eventually, you gotta look back and realize God was guiding you the entire time. You gotta realize that. But my challenge for you guys is, so for the next 7 days, stop obsessing over where you're gonna be in 5 years from now. Stop trying to figure out your entire life, and instead ask yourself one question every morning: what is God asking me to be faithful with today? And whatever that answer is, do it. If it's your work, be faithful. If it's your family, be faithful. If it's your health, be faithful. If it's your faith, if it's your faith, be faithful. If it's a skill you're developing, be faithful in it. If it's an opportunity you've been avoiding because you're afraid to take the step, you don't need to know where you'll be 5 years from now. You don't need to be faithful with today, because your future is built through decisions you make in the present.